Welcome to Developers Diaries, Beyond Buildings, the show where brick meets vision and leaders speak beyond the skyline. I am the AI avatar of Keval Valambhia, coded with insights, wired with strategy, and tuned into the pulse of Mumbai's ever-evolving real estate game. But today, I make way for the real powerhouse, the man who doesn't just attend boardroom meetings, he drives the industry's most pivotal conversations. As the COO of CREDAI-MCHI, he sets the bridge between policy and progress, action and aspiration. Get ready for a deep dive with the changemaker himself, the original Keval Valambhia. Let's begin by addressing the elephant in the room, a perception that often makes headlines and stirs public debate. There's a long-standing contention that the real estate lobby in Mumbai exerts significant influence, even control over urban development policies. As someone deeply embedded in the ecosystem and leading from the front, how much of this is myth and how much is grounded in truth?
I believe you are quite influenced by the 1980s Bollywood films, isn't it? Which were focusing on the developer mafia as such. However, that's only a perception. See, the thing is, control is a misconception. Yes, we do constant representation, we do constant meetings, we do hammer the issue so much to the government that it has to be heard. We present it in the legally correct way. We present it so that the government understands the need of it and then implements it. So if constant hammering is called control, yes, we have it, but in a very positive way. I will tell you one simple thing. Recently we were invited to become a part of the housing committee of the state government of Maharashtra. The idea was to prepare a new housing policy for the state of Maharashtra. So CREDAI-MCHI, being a committee member of that housing committee, we represented to the government that there is no floodline policy in Maharashtra. The states, the drought-prone states like Gujarat have a floodline policy. Floodline policy means जहाँ पर वो फ्लड लाइन आप मार्क करते हो उसके अंदर कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं हो सकता है. नाउ इफ यू से दैट फ्रॉम द रियल एस्टेट पर्सपेक्टिव इट इज़ एन एंटी कंस्ट्रक्शन मूव, इजंट इट? क्योंकि मैं एक एरिया डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ जहाँ पर आप कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं कर सकते हो. सो दैट इज़ एन एंटी कंस्ट्रक्शन मूव विच इज़ एंटी इंडस्ट्री और एंटी सेक्टर फॉर मी. However, we were the one who represented this and we told the government that in Maharashtra there is no floodline policy, and especially the 2005 flood from Mithi River, what we saw, all of that, and it is still a kind of bad dream for all of us, is because that the river became a nala at one point of time, and the drainage system, the sewer system failed after the heavy rainfalls. So we were the one who advocated for the floodline policy, and I am glad that the government has heard it and now it is being a part of the draft housing policy. So control in a positive way, yes, so that we can give a holistic, better lifestyle to the citizens of Mumbai and the Mumbai metropolitan region.
What role does CREDAI-MCHI truly play in shaping Mumbai's urban narrative, beyond what meets the eye?
CREDAI-MCHI is a 42-year-old organization. And today I am proud to say that we have membership of around 1800 plus developers across the Mumbai metropolitan region. Now, having said that, we work for the policy advocacy, which is the main pillar of our organization, which is for the betterment of the holistic development of Mumbai. Now, when I say holistic development, we have to understand that we don't only work for buildings, we don't only work for construction, we work for housing, we work for affordability, we work for taxation, I would say reliefs, not only for the developers but for everyone. For example, we are recently representing to the government about the redefining of affordable housing. Now that is something which will affect the common man. So the impact of CREDAI-MCHI is not only on the real estate fraternity of Mumbai or Mumbai metropolitan region, it's for the citizens of Mumbai metropolitan region. So we work for each and everyone, you, me, all of us, everyone together. The idea is to represent to the government in a better way so that we can make better houses, we can make affordable houses, we can provide affordable real estate, and we can also provide a range of real estate options, right from commercial to industrial and to every other segment of the society as such. So impact is profounded.
Why is Mumbai's real estate market so expensive? And candidly, do you believe this price point is reasonable for the average Mumbaiker?
In a simple economic language, there is always a demand of housing, isn't it? So the simple economic principle also what we have learned in the schools is that wherever the demand is high, the prices will always go high. Having said that, I would not advocate for it. I would still suggest that there is a huge space or huge room for price correction into the real estate sector. Locations, the financial engine as we call it, Mumbai will always command in terms of prices. but there has to be a fine line between the inflated prices and the demanded prices, right? I believe that yes, Mumbai real estate is pricey, and there are also a lot of representations done by CREDAI-MCHI to the government, where we are telling that there are certain rooms, there are certain scopes where we can correct the prices to its logical extent. I will tell you one example for that. Do you know that the Mumbai real estate prices are high, and the major factor of that is the premiums which are commanded by the BMC in the Mumbai city area? Let me tell you an example. If you are a developer in Chennai, you will pay around 5,000 rupees worth of premiums to the urban local body, which is the Chennai authority, the Chennai council or the Chennai corporation as such. If you are a developer in Delhi, you will pay somewhere around 5,500 rupees per square meter to the urban local bodies, to the Delhi corporation, to the DDA and so on. If you are a developer in Pune, you will pay somewhere around 1,800 rupees to the PMC and the PMRDA in terms of approval charges, in terms of premiums, in terms of other charges as such. You know how much a real estate developer in Mumbai pays for a 1 square meter area? He pays, or he or she pays, 54,221 rupees per square meter, right, to the BMC. Now what happens? The real estate developers are here to do business, isn't it? So what they will do is that they will pay these fees to the government per square meter, but ultimately it will be factored into the sale price for the customer. Imagine if this ratio of 54,000 rupees is, let's say, made 50%, let's say made half for a sector of, for a time period of, let's say, 2 years. What will happen? Real estate being an open market, the prices will fall down immediately. Because if I continue charging that charge to the customer, the developer who is having a project next door to me, who is not charging that and passing on the benefit, will gain the momentum in sales, isn't it? So that is the reason we have been advocating to the government that we should reduce this hefty premiums which the BMC is charging to the real estate of Mumbai, to make sure that the housing, that the commercial, which has gone beyond the rooftop right now, becomes somewhat affordable. We have also given a commitment that if that happens, we will pass on all the benefits to the home buyers or the property buyers, provided governments come out and support this particular initiative. There has also been a very classic example behind that, is that during the COVID time the same thing happened. Because of the representations of CREDAI-MCHI, there was a reduction in the premiums, 50% reduction in the premiums given to the developers, and because of that, on an average, in one financial year, BMC earns somewhere around 4,500 crore of rupees in terms of premiums or approval charges from the real estate sector. That quadrupled to 12,000 crores. I am not even counting MMRDA, I am not even counting SRA, MHADA or any other urban local bodies in the MMR region. Only the BMC earned 12,500 crore rupees because of the 50% premium regime. So the argument that if we reduce the premium, the revenue of the government will be hit is not true, right? In fact, all the developers who are sitting on the fence right now because they cannot afford this high premium regime, they will come on board. They will pay very happily, right? So I would suggest that in order to see that Mumbai sees affordable housing, there has to be some kind of initiative, not only from the government and the real estate developers, but from all of us, to make sure that there has to be some correction in the premiums which we pay to the government in order to make housing affordable.
And that wraps up part 1 of this thought-provoking edition of Developers' Diaries Beyond Buildings. From confronting perceptions to decoding policy, from affordability debates to industry realities, the real Keval Valambhia has given us a masterclass in clarity and conviction. But this is just the beginning, because in part 2 we dive even deeper into future reform, sustainability, housing for all, and the path CREDAI-MCHI is paving for the next generation. Until then, this is the AI avatar of Keval Valambhia, signing off with one clear message: keep building, keep questioning, and most importantly, stay tuned.